Hey guys, Tactical Matt here, and I've this morning I cooked up some of this Buckshot Roulette gameplay, and I really wanted to make a commentary video, but I haven't per se thought of a good topic until now. So I want to talk about Black Ops 6. I figure that's a low-hanging fruit. That's a big topic right now. The entire COD community is wondering, will this be it? Will this be Call of Duty's comeback? Will the games finally be quality, fun, and enjoyable? So I'm just gonna share my thoughts and concerns for the future, I'd say. Let's get started. What do I think? Um, I've more or less, I've been super disappointed the past couple years, especially in multiplayer side of things. In Call of Duty, since Vanguard, I feel like it's fallen off. I wasn't great and didn't really like the multiplayer in Cold War a whole lot, but I knew that it was good. I was just shit. There was a nugget in there, like it had a lot of good community aspects, especially with the music player that really tickled my scrotum, that tickled my fancy there because I really like that in the Call of Duty games. But that's where sorry about that. That's where my downfall of Call of Duty began. Didn't like the multiplayer, but I acknowledged that Cold War was a good game and was what the community was asking for and was good for the limitations that they had during production. However, after that, Modern Warfare 2 came. I like Modern Warfare 2. It had a great campaign. The DMZ mode was fantastic. I've sunk so many hours into that since its release. But the multiplayer side of things was lacking. The maps were bad. The weapons were cool at first, but I just became more jaded the more I used them because either they were disinteresting or they were all the same thing. I thought that the tuning aspect was really unique, and I thought that played very well into the game where if you mastered this mechanic, you could get an edge and advantage over the players who don't care. So for a worse, more campy player like me, if I simply learned that mechanic and learned how to tune my weapons properly, I would be able to have an edge up on one of the rushers who just makes the fastest setup possible, the fastest MP5 setup possible, and rushes towards me. They might not have that little bit of bonus advantage that I would give myself by using that system. Vanguard, I didn't play Vanguard. The moment that I pre-ordered and played the beta, I was immediately disinterested. I immediately hated how the game felt, so I refunded. And my hatred was well founded. It's now the worst Call of Duty in history, to most people. I hate what they did with the game. It's obvious that it was only there for Warzone. It was only there to sell shit for Warzone, to sell skins for Warzone. It was there to give nostalgia boners to all the COD World at War players. Except it bastardized those boners. It like slapped those boners sideways. It made them tilt to the right a little bit because they put fucking red dots on World War II guns. It was so asinine. I just realized that I'm out of order here. It was Cold War, then Vanguard, then Modern Warfare 2, but regardless, Modern Warfare 3. It has a lot of fun aspects to it. It has some very unique weapons that I personally love, and I'm glad they included. It has all the original COD Modern Warfare 2 maps, which is something that I love because I love that Call of Duty. A lot of people see that as lazy, like, oh, you're rehashing these old maps. But I feel if you can't make a good map anymore, use your old ones. Use the ones that have been proven to work and be good and loved in the past. Don't give me some shit like Modern Warfare 2022 did, where they just gave us straight shitters, straight stinker maps where the only one that was even redeemable in the slightest was Paleo's Lighthouse, which I really liked that map. Great atmosphere, fun flow. Um, so that's where we stand today. Modern Warfare 3 is obviously a cash grab. The zombies is fucking terrible. The campaign is fucking terrible. The multiplayer now, whether it's skill-based matchmaking or just the overarching fan base to begin with, have become a bunch of sweaty nerds that slide all over the place and camera break. So it's hard for a casual player like me to enjoy the game. Though Modern Warfare 3 does, if I will give it credit, have some unique ideas, some interesting ideas, I think that the aftermarket parts are interesting and they're that shakeup that Call of Duty really needs with its gunplay. But I also like realism in my COD, and having 90% of the gun look 3D printed is fucking stupid. But anyways, let's get to the point. Black Ops 6, the next Call of Duty coming out by fan favorite Treyarch, that's had allegedly a 4-year development cycle. Sequel to Black Ops Cold War, another critically acclaimed Call of Duty in the past few years, with a fantastic campaign, fantastic zombies, and a solid multiplayer with cool weapons, cool maps, and was loved for the community for being the first real, truly good, fun COD in the last few years. So, what's next? I saw the trailer. I was with my buddies the day that the Xbox Next or whatever it's called dropped, and we all watched it together. We had a little watch party, had a little watch along, and there were some very interesting games during the Xbox showing, and some games that I would really like to purchase once they come out because they looked very promising, very interesting. There was a whole lot of variety this year. Big names among others is Expedition 33, which is a turn-based RPG that I thought looked stellar. I thought the design, the character design, the enemy design looked fantastic, and I'm super excited about picking that up when it comes out. Next up is Doom Dark Ages. I mean, come on, it's another Doom game. There's no way it can be bad, especially if they got Mick Gordon on the aux cord. Let him go. And finally, the other big name is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. When I watched the trailer, part of me was thinking, this looks kinda cool. I'm feeling the COD excitement that I haven't felt, or that I've stopped feeling rather. Because at the release of Modern Warfare 3 and after I grinded Interstellar, then it occurred to me just how much I didn't like the game once I couldn't focus on grinding something. So after about Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3, I gave up. I told Activision, you damn hogs, you will not get no more money out of me, no sirree. I'm done with Call of Duty. And I'd been saying that since, until I saw the trailer for Black Ops 6. The trailer looked unique. It promised a lot of things that fans have been asking for a while. Social features like being able to share clips, or round-based zombies, which shouldn't have ever been gone to begin with, but that's back. There's Gobblegums back, which are a staple in one of the most popular and debatably the best zombies experiences that Call of Duty has made, Black Ops 3. The campaign is a direct sequel to Black Ops Cold War, so it's got high expectations for that. And the multiplayer also has the traditional prestige system, sort of mixed with the seasonal prestige system, making everybody happy. Original players want the original prestige system because it made prestiging meaningful. You had a grind there, you had stuff to do, you had to climb back up to the top if you chose to prestige. That gave you reputation to everyone else in the lobby. Meanwhile, the seasonal system was just the common look at it, the common conscience to it was, wow, you're a fucking loser. You need to put your controller down for a few days. So there's a lot of good things going for it from what I've heard and what I've seen through the trailers. I'm excited. I'm excited to. This is the last Call of Duty that I will give a chance. If they flop on this, then I think I'm just done with the franchise, and I'll have to accept and face the music that COD isn't what it used to be, and it will never be what it used to be, because the corporate fat cats who are controlling the whole thing don't want it to ever be like that, because the good game doesn't make as much money. You can make a medium game, a average product that has no discernible qualities from any other modern shooter on the market today. But if you sell and pour your creativity into cosmetics and skins, then you're gonna make more money. Simply put, simple as that. So I'm hopeful from all the marketing that I've seen. This Call of Duty looks like it could be the key to the lock that is COD quality that we have not seen in so long. This could be the key. We just have to trust Treyarch and Microsoft to give Treyarch the creative vision they need to make this a truly revolutionary Call of Duty. Some concerns I do have, though, is we're about to get a whole lot more YY spamming movement kings with the new Omni movement system, which is something I haven't even talked about yet. I'll go after that in a minute. But we'll definitely be seeing a whole lot more sweaties, people showing off for TikTok. Speaking of the omnidirectional mobility system, movement system, fucking ODM gear from Attack on Titan, I am accepting that with open arms. I don't see a way that that is a detriment to gameplay. I think that if anything, it might get you out of a tricky situation or two, but it's not going to affect the run-of-the-mill experience too much. I actually think that it will be fantastic in custom games when you're playing with your buddies and you want to do some silly shit. I think that's when it'll be peak ideal. And it might also just be more of a quality of life thing. Being able to run in all directions instead of running forward and having to do a full 180 to turn backwards, I think that'll be a nice change that a lot of people are truly going to appreciate. But I haven't seen much of the weapons, many of the firearms they will be using in Cold War, and that will probably be one of my big sellers. One thing that truly made me want to buy Modern Warfare 3 when it was being promoted was just, wow, that's the CZ-08 from Battlefield 4, one of my favorite guns from that game. I can't wait to use it in COD. So, very cool guns. Cool guns and cool, like, mil-sim tactical cosmetics. That's how you get me to open my wallet, to throw you a couple Benjamins. I just love it. I love to look badass. I like it. I like the aesthetic. It's super cool. That's the reason that I loved the original Modern Warfare 2, and that's the reason I love Call of Duty. It's because it was built on the basis of having interesting guns with unique attachments while looking like a badass military force. And that sort of identity, that cool guy identity, has been lost over the years. I think that Black Ops 6 has just enough self-awareness about how it seems like the whole direction is you're supposed to be an 80s action hero. This takes place in the 80s or 90s. You're supposed to be like that popular Predator fucking xenomorph. Predator Xenomorph, whenever that movie came out. It probably wasn't the 90s, but you're supposed to feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I think that if they're self-aware enough about that to make that the game's identity, I think that can work. Not only do I think that can work, I think that can thrive. Everybody in every Call of Duty across the entire series' existence, you want to look cool. You want to be cool. You want to pop off. You want to be able to get clips to show your friends where you're looking like a one-man army badass. And the if that's the idea behind the omnidirectional mobility system, that gets 2 thumbs up from me. I think it's a good change. Zombies going back to round-based, great change. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Can't wait to play on day one. Also, another thing, having it go straight to Game Pass, that does kind of slap your Sony audience in the face. That slaps your PlayStation guys in the face. But nothing's changing for them. It's just they're not getting a benefit. So that's the least of Microsoft concerns I could tell you. And the fact that I, as an Xbox player, won't have to pay for it, that makes me truly happy. If it's bad, then I can try it out, be disappointed, lose faith in COD, and then uninstall it. If it's good, I won't have to pay for it, and I'll get the pre-order benefits, or at least I don't know how much I know about that. That's as it was, as it's marketed. But allegedly, if you have Game Pass and get off of Game Pass, you'll get the pre-order benefits as well. Which, that's great. That's terrific. Make me, please, save me money. Prevent me from having to spend $100 to experience your game's beta. To experience the skins and shit. Like the cool, unique Mastercrafts and skins from your game. Do that for me, please. Well, anyway, I've been rambling on for 16 minutes, so I'm gonna cut this one off here. Tactical Matt out. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.